welcome back everyone if you are a returning viewer, and welcome if this is your first time here. So in today's video, I am going to be taking you through a day in my life and what I do as an LPC-associate who works private practice. Specifically, I work mostly from home and then commute to work only one day out of the week. But before we go ahead and get into that, I have some really exciting news to share with you. I alluded to it a little bit in my community post, but I've been working on something lately because I have been getting so many DMs, so many questions emailed to me or commented to me, and because I haven't been able to get to all of them, I wanted to go ahead and create an option for anyone who maybe wanted to have their questions answered one-on-one. So this is not going to be counseling, but I wanted to go ahead and offer two different options catered to the many questions that I usually get asked. And I hope that this is something that will be helpful and that sounds really exciting for anyone who's maybe wanting to get into this field but has some questions or some concerns, and you want to talk to someone who has gone through these processes and who is currently working in the field, and for other counselors and therapists in training who may have questions as well. So for option number one, it is a Q&A advisement meeting, and this option allows you to spend 1 hour asking any questions that you have about grad school, the mental health counseling field, career, LPC associates and licensure, social media networking, any kind of questions that you have that you would usually maybe comment down in my comment section. And I know for me personally, this is something that I would have really liked to have when I was considering going into this field, just to have more of a clear view as to what grad school was going to look like, or even undergrad, and just longevity of this career. So many different questions. So I'm definitely so excited to be sharing this with you and for this to be an option. And then the second meeting option is called the NCE Study Tips plus Study Plan meeting. So this option allows you to spend 1 hour asking any questions you may have about the NCE, and we will be working together to create a personalized study plan with your lifestyle in mind. So you will receive the study tips and a study plan via email after the completion of our appointment, because I think the hardest thing when it comes to finally sit down to get ready for the NCE is feeling overwhelmed by not knowing where to start. So I'm hoping that this meeting can give you the tools that you need to say, yes, I know what I need to do. I have a game plan. Now all I have to do is just carry out the things that I've already talked about and outlined. And I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you, or for anyone who is considering doing this. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in or that you would like to do, I will go ahead and leave the link down below in my description box, or you can just go ahead and type this link in right here, and that'll take you to the website so you can go ahead and schedule your appointment. Okay, so now that I shared that exciting news, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Seasoning box. It contains all the premium Sichuan flavors. I'm actually going to use a ton of these ingredients for dinner tonight. I'm going to be
Good morning, everyone. It is almost 8 a.m. I'm gonna go ahead and drink up my cup of coffee and then get ready to work out before I get started on some work. Good morning, everyone. It is smoothie time. So I'm gonna do like this tropical smoothie blendable and then add some zucchini into it. So as you can see, everyone, I have a movie playing in the background. Definitely typical millennial therapist here, but I need some type of background noise so that I can do my work, whether it's a playlist, whether it's a movie at like really low sound, and it has to be a movie that I've seen 1,000 times so that I don't get distracted. And again, this is just me being real on the things that practically work for me to help me get my progress notes done and be as efficient and just find some more enjoyment in doing it, because I feel like especially if you have a work task to get done that you loathe or that just takes a lot out of you, it helps if you do something that makes you feel a little bit better. And so this little bin that I have right here next to me is where I keep my work things, and I place them here at the end of the day. For example, my clipboard, and once I upgrade my desk, that'll be different. I like putting my planner in here and little things that I can just grab. This is actually a little activity that I ended up working on with one of my adolescents. We ended up doing like a little holiday snow globe, and I had them write down things that will make them feel good during the holidays, and they ended up drawing it out. I really love doing activities like this with clients who love being artistic or who need a little bit of creativity in their lives. So yeah, definitely feel free to use this activity if you like. I do like getting a lot of ideas off of Pinterest and kind of combining them with the knowledge that I already have on DBT or different techniques, but definitely allow yourself to also get into the creative side of being a therapist, because part of it of course is clinical, but the other part is also being creative. And I think that's one of my top favorite parts of our job. These right here are also my to-dos for the day, so go ahead and check that. I'm currently doing that right now. And then for progress notes, I already completed one, and we're going to complete the other two right now. Then I am going to go ahead and meet my supervisor at 12:30 for payment. So right now I have 2 more progress notes to do, and we're going to go ahead and bounce those out really quick. Let me go ahead and pause this movie so I can talk to you guys. So something that I have found to be helpful for me when I do progress notes, especially if you're having a really hard time getting started and you kind of come to it feeling like you're dragging a little bit and like you really don't want to do it, which I totally understand. I've been there. I would say that this is probably the least favorite part of our job because we're not interacting with our clients. It's something that we're doing on our own. And so something that really helps me is getting like the easier parts of the note done first, or what I define to be the easier parts. And so for me, it's like the things that we can easily click off, like the interventions. I can just check those off really quick. I can copy and paste my objective and my plan from my previous note and then just adjust it and cater it to this specific session that we had. So it's definitely finding little ways to have templates or to copy and paste certain things that might save you time and then just adjust them as needed. And that's something that took me several weeks to develop when I first started this job, to find the little things that worked for me. So definitely, you know, if you're in that position, give yourself time to find the little things that help make you a little bit more efficient and save you time, but definitely dedicate some time to finding those things that are going to make your job flow a little bit easier and help you do things a little bit quicker. And I say that because then that's more time for you when you're done, or more time to do other things that you need to get done. And for me personally, the holiday months have been a lot slower, and that actually was really nice for me because this is the first year that I've actually been able to enjoy the holidays with my family in years. Because if you know, when you're in grad school or you're working, it was just always a really stressful times. And I also just want to say for other counselors, you know, your way of doing things may not be the most efficient way for someone else to do things, and that's okay. I feel like especially when we're coming out of school, there's like a standard way to get things done, and that just may not be the most helpful way for everyone. So definitely be open to finding what's going to work for you. But yeah, that's all that I really wanted to talk about right now. I do need to bust out these last 2 notes because I always challenge myself to finish it within the time frame of the movie. Like, that's the time that I give myself, so that after I can have my time, whether it be to film for this channel, to edit, to just run errands and just enjoy my time. So yeah, let's go ahead and bust this out. And so right now I'm about to prep a quick lunch, and I wanted to share this because this is something you can do regardless if you work from home or if you commute to work. So I love HEB's little shake and rattle bowls. And usually what me and my husband do on the weekends is grill. So my husband will grill and I'll throw in the protein that I want for the week in there. So for example, this is chicken. So yeah, this is the Southwest salad, and I love their Caesar salad too. They have a Cobb salad. There's different ones. So we definitely do food prep instead of meal prep, because that way if I just prep the chicken, I can make it in a bunch of different ways during the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my salad together and eat this before I have to go meet my supervisor at 12:30. So here we go. This is going to be lunch before I go ahead and head out. Hi everyone, so it is later today. Right now it is currently almost 3 p.m. and I ended up getting 2 progress notes done, technically 2.5. And then I went to go meet up with my supervisor and I did a little bit of Christmas shopping because Mondays are the time, weekends get really crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave my last note for tomorrow morning before my client sessions. So I'm mentally clocking out of that so I can go ahead and work on what I have been planning and prepping for a while now, to do consultation services for you all. And I've been gradually working on that for a couple of weeks. And I do get asked about how I usually organize myself with all of these different things going on, and the reality is that I take it a little bit at a time. Sometimes if we wait for the ideal time frame to show up, it never does. So I find what's been most practical for me and my lifestyle is if I have like an overall goal or objective that I'm trying to get to or reach, I take it a little bit at a time, the same way that we would tell our clients. So some days that looks like 30 minutes in between client sessions or an hour after work, and I spend some time working on it little by little until it's finally completed. So I'm pulling it up here on my laptop right now, because regardless, I'm going to keep creating free content on here for you whenever I can. But I definitely wanted to offer this option, even to just for other counselors in training or people who are thinking about going into this field, who need some support and some resources, and to just open up and talk about things, because I can think about so many times within my own career journey or career path when I would have really liked to have some support in these ways that I'm trying to offer. And I'm also really thankful for the times that I did get it. Yeah, and I hope this also encourages you and allows you to see a different aspect to our career field and other things that we can do as well, because I feel like these things aren't really talked about in grad school at all, or how to run a business. But yeah, as of right now, I'm thinking of easing into consultations by only doing them on Monday. And I'm currently offering 2 time slots. On Monday, I believe it's 5 and 6 o'clock. Yeah. And so by the time you see this video, you will be able to book your own consultation. So everyone, that is a little bit of a day in my life. I really hope you enjoyed it and it was helpful to see. I also wanted to say thank you for leaving some suggestions for video topics over on my community tab. I am just over the moon excited that I can finally communicate with you all in that way, like I mentioned in my last video. But I love the questions. They're so relatable. So I cannot wait to go ahead and answer some of those in my next video. And definitely feel free, if you watch this and you think of a video topic or some questions that you have, feel free to go leave your questions over on my community tab or in the comment section down in this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.